Ever get told you look way younger than your age and wonder, what's the secret behind this? Spoiler alert. It's not just good genes or a killer skincare routine. What if your youthful glow is a sign of something deeper, a vibrant, untamed spark in your soul? Carl Jung, the genius of psychology, would say you're channeling the Puer Aeternus, the eternal child within her, walking a path of profound self-discovery. In this video, we're diving into the spiritual and psychological reasons why you seem to defy time itself. Through real-life stories and Carl Jung's mind-blowing insights, we'll uncover 3 powerful truths about why you radiate youth and how to harness this energy to live a life that's not just long but alive. From the playful spirit of the eternal child to the harmony of your unconscious mind, this journey will change how you see yourself forever. So, buckle up, hit that play button, and let's explore why your youthful vibe is a window into your soul's deepest magic. Don't forget to stick around until the end for a tip that'll keep you glowing inside and out. Why do some people seem to defy aging, radiating a youthful energy that makes heads turn? Carl Jung, the master of the Psyche, would point to a powerful archetype, the Puer Aeternus, or the eternal child. This is the first reason you might look younger than your age. You carry the vibrant, untamed spirit of youth in your soul. It's not just about a wrinkle-free face. It's about a mindset that stays curious, playful, and open to life's wonders. Let's dive into Carl Jung's concept of the Puer Aeternus, explore how it shows up in real life, and uncover how this energy keeps you glowing, while also learning how to balance its magic to live a fuller life. In Jungian psychology, the Puer Aeternus is the archetype of eternal youth. It's the part of you that refuses to grow old in spirit, holding on to creativity, spontaneity, and a childlike sense of wonder. People with this energy often approach life like an adventure, finding joy in small moments, a sunset, a new hobby, or a random burst of laughter. This isn't about being immature. It's about staying connected to the spark that makes life feel fresh and exciting. Carl Jung believed this archetype lives in the unconscious, pushing us to dream big, take risks, and see the world through curious eyes. When you embody this energy, it shines through your face, your vibe, even the way you move, making you seem younger than your years. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Mia, a 40-year-old schoolteacher who everyone swears looks 30. Mia's not obsessed with anti-aging creams or gym routines, but she's got a secret. She lives like a kid at heart. She's always trying new things, painting classes one month, salsa dancing the next. Her students love her because she gets excited about their ideas, asking questions like, what if we turned this project into a play? Her friends call her the life of the party, not because she's loud, but because her enthusiasm is contagious. Mia's eyes sparkle when she talks about her latest adventure, and her laugh feels like sunshine. That's the Puer Aeternus at work. Her inner child keeps her spirit light, and it shows in her youthful glow. But the Puer Aeternus isn't just about fun and games. Carl Jung saw it as a double-edged sword. While it fuels creativity and joy, it can also tempt you to avoid responsibility or cling to youth at the expense of growth. Think of someone who's always chasing the next thrill, new relationships, new jobs, new cities, but never sticks around long enough to build something lasting. That's the shadow side of the eternal child, what Carl Jung called fear of grounding. Mia, for example, sometimes struggles with this. She's so focused on staying free-spirited that she avoids tough conversations or long-term commitments, like settling into a serious relationship or saving for the future. Her youthful energy is a gift, but without balance, it can keep her stuck in a cycle of fleeting highs. So, how does the Puer Aeternus make you look younger? It's all about energy. When you live with curiosity and joy, your body responds. Stress, the ultimate ager, doesn't weigh you down as much because you're too busy marveling at life. Studies even back this up. People with a positive, playful outlook tend to have lower cortisol levels, which slows physical aging. Your smile, your posture, even your voice carry this lightness, signaling youth to everyone around you. But the real magic is deeper. The Puer Aeternus connects you to the unconscious, where dreams and possibilities live. By tapping into this, You radiate a timeless vitality that no cream can replicate. Let's look at another example. Take Leo, a 45-year-old graphic designer who's often mistaken for someone in their 30s. Leo's not chasing youth, he just lives it. He spends weekends hiking with friends, sketching in coffee shops, or geeking out over sci-fi novels. His colleagues admire his ability to pivot during tough projects, always finding a creative solution with a grin. But Leo's had his struggles. Early in his career, he bounced between jobs, afraid that settling down would kill his spark. It wasn't until he learned to balance his Puer Aeternus, channeling his creativity into a stable career, while keeping his playful side alive, that he truly thrived. Now, his youthful energy isn't just a vibe. It's a way of life that keeps him glowing. Here's the lesson. Carrying the Puer Aeternus is a superpower, but it needs balance. Embrace your inner child, dance in the rain. Try that weird hobby. Laugh until your sides hurt, but don't shy away from life's deeper calls. Carl Jung believed true youth comes from integrating the pure with maturity, creating a life that's both free and grounded. When you do this, your youthful glow becomes more than skin deep. It's a reflection of a soul that's alive and evolving. So, let's make this personal. Do you ever feel like a kid at heart, curious about the world or excited by new ideas? That's your Puer Aeternus shining through, and it might be why people can't believe your age. Share a moment in the comments when you felt that spark of youth. What were you doing, and how did it make you feel? Stick with us, because next, we'll explore how your connection to the unconscious keeps you radiating timeless energy. To really understand the Puer Aeternus, let's dig deeper. This archetype isn't just about staying young at heart, it's a bridge to the unconscious, where your dreams and creative potential live. Carl Jung believed the Puer connects us to the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experiences and symbols. When you tap into this, you access a wellspring of vitality that keeps you radiant. People with strong, pure energy often have a knack for inspiring others, like a kid who sees magic in everything and makes you see it too. Consider Anna, a 38-year-old baker who looks a decade younger. Anna's bakery is a local hit, not just for her cupcakes but for her infectious joy. She decorates each cake like a kid playing with colors, and her customers leave smiling, caught up in her enthusiasm. Anna's Puer Aeternus shines when she experiments with wild flavors or chats with kids about their birthday wishes. But she's had to learn balance. Early on, she avoided the boring parts of running a business, like budgeting, which nearly cost her the shop. By embracing responsibility while keeping her playful spirit, Anna's youthfulness became a sustainable glow. The Puer Aeternus also affects how you handle setbacks. Instead of dwelling on failure, you bounce back with a kid's resilience. This lightness reduces stress, which shows in your face and energy. Carl Jung would say this is the psyche's way of keeping you aligned with your true self. So, nurture your inner child, but ground it with purpose. Try this. Next time you're stressed, do something playful, doodle, sing, or take a walk with no destination. Notice how it shifts your energy. Let's get interactive. What's one thing you do that makes you feel young at heart? Maybe it's blasting your favorite song or trying a new recipe. Share in the comments, we'd love to hear how your Puer Aeternus shines. Next up, we'll explore how your unconscious mind keeps you timeless. If you look younger than your age, it's not just your playful spirit at work, there's a deeper force keeping you radiant. Carl Jung would say you're in sync with your unconscious, the hidden part of your psyche that holds your dreams, instincts, and connection to something greater. This is the second reason you defy time. You live in harmony with the unconscious, tapping into its timeless energy. By trusting your gut, following your passions, and letting go of what weighs you down, you radiate a vitality that shows in your face and soul. Let's explore Carl Jung's idea of the unconscious, see it in action through real-life stories, and discover how this harmony keeps you glowing, plus how to deepen it for a life that's truly alive. In Jungian psychology, the unconscious isn't just a storage room for forgotten memories. It's a vibrant, living force. It includes the personal unconscious, your unique experiences, and the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human wisdom, myths, and archetypes. Carl Jung believed that when you align with this inner world, listening to your intuition, embracing your true desires, or even paying attention to your dreams, you unlock a wellspring of energy that keeps you vital. People who look younger often have a knack for this. They follow their heart, avoid toxic stress, and live in flow with their authentic self, which reflects in their youthful glow. Let's meet David, a 35-year-old artist who's often mistaken for 27. David's not chasing youth, he's just living true to himself. He paints what moves him, takes long walks to clear his mind, and trusts his gut when making big decisions, like moving to a new city for inspiration. Friends say he has a calm vibe that draws people in, and his eyes light up when he talks about his latest project. David's secret? He listens to his unconscious. When he feels stuck, he journals his dreams, often finding clues to what's holding him back. By staying connected to his inner world, he avoids the stress and burnout that age others, keeping his spirit and face fresh and alive. Carl Jung called this harmony a key to individuation, the journey to become your whole self. When you're in tune with the unconscious, you're not fighting against yourself. You let go of societal pressures like chasing a perfect career or stressing over milestones and focus on what feels right. This reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging, and boosts serotonin, which lifts your mood and energy. Science backs this. Studies show mindfulness and intuitive living lower stress markers, slowing physical aging. But the real magic is spiritual. By aligning with the unconscious, you tap into the collective unconscious, where timeless archetypes like the Puer Aeternus or the wise old man live, giving you an ageless aura. But harmony with the unconscious isn't always easy. Its shadow side can pull you into chaos if you ignore reality. Carl Jung warned that overindulging the unconscious, chasing every whim without discipline can lead to instability. David, for instance, once followed his gut too blindly, quitting a stable job without a plan, which left him stressed and lost. He learned to balance intuition with practicality, using his inner voice as a guide, not a dictator. Now, he checks in with his unconscious through meditation or sketching, then grounds those insights with action. This balance keeps his energy high and his appearance youthful. Another example brings this closer. Meet Puer, a 42-year-old therapist who looks 30. Puer's clients love her warmth and insight, but what stands out is her serene glow. She's always trusted her intuition, from choosing her career to ending toxic relationships. Puer starts each day with a short meditation, visualizing her goals and letting her unconscious guide her. When faced with stress like a tough client or family dramash doesn't dwell, she processes it through journaling or yoga, releasing what doesn't serve her. This flow with her unconscious keeps her free from the emotional baggage that ages others, reflecting in her bright eyes and relaxed smile. So, how does this harmony make you look younger? When you live in sync with your unconscious, you're not battling inner conflict. You're free to be yourself, which shows in your posture, your laugh, even your skin. The unconscious also fuels creativity and purpose, giving you a spark that others notice. Carl Jung believed this connection links you to the eternal. Think of it as sipping from a cosmic fountain of youth. To deepen this, try simple practices. Journal your dreams, meditate for 5 minutes, or ask yourself, what do I really want? These small acts tune you into your inner wisdom, boosting your vitality. Here's the takeaway. Living in harmony with your unconscious isn't just about looking young, it's about feeling alive. Trust your intuition, let go of what doesn't serve you, and embrace your true path. That's when your soul shines, and your youth becomes timeless. Let's make it personal. Have you ever followed a gut feeling that led to something amazing? Maybe it was a career move or a bold choice. Share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear how your unconscious guides you. Stay with us, because next, we'll uncover how your journey of self-discovery keeps you glowing forever. To deepen our understanding, let's explore how the unconscious shapes your youth beyond intuition. Carl Jung believed the unconscious is a creative force, constantly sending signals through dreams, hunches, or sudden inspirations. People who look younger often notice these signals and act on them, keeping their lives dynamic. This flow prevents stagnation, the kind of mental rut that ages you faster than time. By staying open to the unconscious, you're like an artist, painting your life with bold, vibrant strokes. Consider Maya, a 39-year-old writer who's often pegged as 32. Maya's novels are beloved for their emotional depth, but her real secret is her connection to the unconscious. She starts each day with a dream journal, jotting down fragments that spark story ideas. When she's stuck on a plot, she takes a walk and lets her mind wander, trusting the unconscious to deliver. This practice keeps her stress low and her creativity high, which shows in her radiant energy. But Maya's had to learn balance. Early on, she'd get lost in her inner world, missing deadlines or neglecting relationships. By grounding her insights with discipline like setting writing schedules, she's turned her unconscious into a partner, not a distraction. The unconscious also helps you release emotional baggage. Carl Jung believed repressed feelings like anger or fear can manifest as physical tension, aging your body. When you process these through practices like journaling or therapy, you free up energy that keeps you vital. Maya, for instance, uses writing to work through old hurts, which lifts her spirit and softens her features. This emotional freedom is why she seems so youthful. Let's add another story. Meet Sam, a 50-year-old yoga teacher who looks 40. Sam's students admire his calm presence, but he credits his glow to listening to his unconscious. Years ago, he was a stressed-out banker, aging fast from a job he hated. A recurring dream about the ocean pushed him to quit and pursue yoga, a passion he'd ignored. Now, he meditates daily, tuning into his inner voice, and his relaxed vibe makes him seem decades younger. Sam's story shows how the unconscious can guide you to a life that rejuvenates you. Here's a practical tip. Try a gut check exercise. Next time you're faced with a choice, pause and ask, what feels right? Write down your first instinct and act on it if it's safe. This small step builds trust in your unconscious, boosting your energy and youthfulness. Let's get interactive. What's one time your intuition led you somewhere unexpected? Share in the comment sites a great way to reflect. Next, we'll dive into how your journey of self-discovery keeps you timeless. If you look younger than your age, it's not just your playful spirit or harmony with the unconscious. There's a deeper journey at play. Carl Jung would say, you're walking the path of individuation, the process of becoming your truest, most whole self. This is the third reason you radiate youth. By embracing all parts of your psyche, light and shadow, you unlock a timeless vitality that shines through your face and soul. This isn't about chasing perfection. It's about growing, accepting, and evolving into who you're meant to be. Let's dive into Carl Jung's concept of individuation. See it in action through real-life stories, and discover how this journey keeps you glowing, plus how to stay on this path for a life that's vibrant and meaningful. In Jungian psychology, individuation is the ultimate quest, integrating your conscious self, the ego, with the unconscious, including your strengths, flaws, and hidden desires. It's about facing your shadow, the parts of you that you've ignored or suppressed, like anger or insecurity, and embracing your archetypes, like the hero or the dreamer. When you do this, you become whole, free from inner conflict, and aligned with your true purpose. People who look younger often show signs of this journey. They're curious about themselves, open to growth, and unafraid to evolve, which reduces stress and radiates a serene, ageless energy. Let's meet Sarah, a 50-year-old marketing manager who everyone swears looks 40. Sarah's not obsessed with youth, she's obsessed with growth. A decade ago, she was stuck in a toxic job, hiding her creative side to fit the corporate mold. But a midlife crisis sparked change. She started therapy, where she faced her shadow, her fear of failure and need for approval. Slowly, she embraced her inner dreamer, taking art classes and launching a side hustle as a graphic designer. Today, Sarah's confidence and joy light up any room. Her youthful glow comes from living authentically, not from chasing trends. That's individuation in action. By becoming her whole self, she's tapped into a vitality that defies age. Carl Jung believed individuation reduces the psychic tension that ages us. When you're at war with yourself, say, suppressing your true desires to please others, you carry stress that shows in your face and body. But when you align with your authentic self, you release that burden. Science supports this. Studies show self-acceptance and purpose, Driven lives correlate with lower stress hormones and slower aging. Sarah's story proves either relaxed posture, bright eyes, and easy smile reflect a soul at peace. By walking the path of individuation, she's not just younger looking, she's living with purpose and joy. But individuation isn't a straight line. Its shadow side can trip you up if you resist growth or cling to old patterns. Carl Jung warned that avoiding the shadow-like, denying your flaws or fears, keeps you stuck, draining your energy. Sarah, for example, initially resisted therapy, scared to confront her insecurities. It wasn't until she leaned into the discomfort journaling about her fears and sharing them with a therapist that she broke free. Now, she checks in with herself regularly, asking, "Am I living true to me?" This ongoing work keeps her vibrant, inside and out. Another story brings this home. Meet Javier, a 45-year-old chef who looks 35. Javier's restaurant is a local gem, but his real secret is his commitment to growth. Raised in a strict family, he once suppressed his emotions to seem tough, but a divorce forced him to face his shadow, his anger and fear of vulnerability. Through meditation and therapy, Javier embraced his softer side, even crying openly with friends. Today, his warmth and authenticity draw people in. His youthful energy isn't just from cooking with passion, it's from integrating his whole self, flaws and all. That's the power of individuation. It makes you timeless by making you true. So, how does individuation keep you young? When you're on this path, you're not chasing society's idea of success, you're chasing you. This authenticity reduces stress, boosts confidence, and fuels creativity, all of which show in your glow. Carl Jung saw individuation as a spiritual journey, connecting you to the eternal through your unique purpose. To stay on this path, try small steps. Reflect on a flaw you've avoided. Write about a dream you've ignored. Or ask, what's my next step to grow? These acts align you with your soul, keeping you vital. Here's the takeaway. Individuation isn't just about looking young, it's about living fully. By embracing your whole self, you radiate a timeless energy that no anti-aging trick can match. Let's make it personal. What's one way you're growing into your true self? Maybe it's trying something new or facing a fear. Share your story in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're shining. Stick with us, because next, we'll wrap up with how to keep this youthful magic alive forever. And just like that, we've reached the end of our journey into why you look younger than your age through Carl Jung's brilliant lens. Your youthful glow isn't just skin. Deep, it's a radiant sign of your soul's magic. Whether it's the playful spark of the Puer Aeternus, your harmony with the unconscious, or your bold steps toward individuation, you're living proof that a vibrant psyche defies time. Carl Jung's wisdom shows us that true youth comes from embracing your inner child, trusting your deepest instincts, and growing into your truest self. So, keep nurturing that spark, stay curious, follow your heart, and never stop evolving. Next time someone says you look younger, smile, and know it's your soul shining through. If this video lit a spark in you, don't let it fade. Hit that like button, share it with someone who needs a dose of Carl Jung's magic, and subscribe to Jung Psyche Hub for more mind-blowing insights on psychology and self-discovery. Drop a comment below. What makes you feel timeless? Maybe it's a passion, a moment of growth, or a dream you're chasing. We're dying to hear your story. Let's keep this journey going. See you in the next video.